Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Ardaman's Life. My name is Ali. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're keeping well. So the latest wave from FunWhole, it's some of their best sets yet for modular building lovers. And I think Lego need to get a little bit worried here. I mean, fans of FunWhole know that two of their greatest unique selling points is printed parts and light kits. Their designs recently, like the antique store and the theater set, in my view, surpass some of the designs that Lego come out with in their acclaimed modular building lineup. And don't just take it from me. My main man, Jang Bricks. I mean, I love that guy. He did two unsponsored reviews of their sets, the medieval building and this amazing cyberpunk themed apartment which just came out of nowhere, and he spoke very highly of them. And he's right, because I actually also got this set and it's amazing. I built it, I loved it, it was great fun doing this, and look at it, it's beautiful, awesome. But I'm not going to be talking about this one because they have another theme, the street fusion theme, and it's actually one of my favorite sets out of their latest wave, and that is the skate park set. So you can tell the vibe they're going for is this downtown hipster street culture kind of vibe. Basically, if you think about any area that's been gentrified in recent years, that's pretty much that street, that we're going to see in our Lego cities now. But the street culture is cool, is where you expect to see this graffiti, hip-hop, vinyl places, tattoo places, cool eateries, coffee shops. You know, basically where young, cool, hip dudes like me hang out in. Okay, stop laughing. Let's have a look at the set together. First off, it doesn't quite have the same presence of the antique store or cyberpunk set, but what you're getting instead is a very compact, complete building. One thing I love about this is that there are no exposed studs. Everything is either covered up with a plate or tiled up, and it looks very, very finished and smooth, which is beautiful to see. Your eyes immediately get drawn to the signage, the graffiti work, the railing on the side, and the building itself has got a lot of great texture. I mean, it's mixing it up with some masonry bricks, some headlight and snot bricks with tiles, and some jumper plates in there thrown in for good measure. I really like that. There does appear one slight discoloration though on this single roof part, which I'm sure was just an anomaly and not by design. And there is one print that does appear to be printed at an incorrect angle, but these are quite minor, and you could argue that this adds to the urban vibe. I mean, if this was Lego and they did this, then it would be unacceptable. But for here, with the value and the price that I'm paying, you can get away with it, to be fair. The modular levels are far more clean in lifting on and off when I compare it to their earlier sets like the Book Cafe. It's nice and smooth, and the wireless contacts are just so good to have. But along with that, you have the dollhouse doors. So when you open them up, you can still look inside with the light on. And I really love this feature they have, and I hope this stays consistent as part of their ongoing sets, and they don't get rid of it, because I think it's really cool to see. The interiors have some great mini builds, and it's quite spacious as well inside. I mean, even though you got a lot of stuff in there, like the clothing rack and the hardware section where all the paints and skateboards are, there's still got quite a bit around there if you want to play some minifigures. But these guys need to start adding in some jumper plates or some studs for minifigures to actually stand on and not jump around everywhere when you're trying to move the set. So I really hope they can try and incorporate this into their sets. I also love the fact that there is a hidden box for the battery box to go into. It keeps everything nice and clean and smooth and adds a nice feature to it. And I'm really glad they built that into there. The railing for the skateboarders to come in, and with the dynamic angles and the studs that you can do with it, I mean, that just looks fun. It is fun, it's awesome, and you can get some great photo shots, I think, with that. Arguably, you might not like the minifigure designs. They're just different. It's a pain to put together, I have to say. I wish they did come assembled. I hate putting the little arm pieces in there because I always get it wrong and snap it, but luckily they give spare parts. But still, come on, FunWhole. Sure, you can put them all to assemble it for us, but if it drives the cost down, then fair play. The sign on the outside, maybe giving hints to another set. You've got a boxing club, so maybe a gym or a boxing club might come in the next set for the Street Fusion theme. It'll be interesting to see. But I did see on Barweir website that there is a record shop coming, so that looks very interesting as well. So the lights are arguably the main star of the show, and with some different colors here, it does really liven up the set. So it's not just the same color all the way through. You got this purple light for outside, you've got a different light across the two different floors. It's a nice touch, I really like it. But I have to say, this set is begging for another floor to be added in. And you can easily connect another light on there because there's one free slot left in the expansion slot brick that you have. So I'm really going to try and do that challenge because I think that'll be pretty cool to expand this on and give the set a little bit more presence. So what about placing that in the city? I think there's a few points really to look out for here, especially if you have a lot of Lego modular buildings in your city, which I do. And if your Lego city is based on the traditional Lego base plates, just one point to know here, this set is actually built on actual plates. So a Lego base plate is half a plate thick. So when you light it up, it's not going to be quite flush. So either you need to transfer it to a Lego base plate, and so then you can have the uniformity, or the alternative is probably you're on the mill system, like I am. And the good thing, if you're on the mill system, you don't have to do much. You just have to have a half-built mills plate already built up, and the base plate of this set is actually the place to place on the mills plate itself. So that's pretty cool. But one thing that is really puzzling to me of why they do this is the size, is the real estate they're utilizing for these sets. Now, thankfully, the depth is 32 studs in depth, so it fits from that perspective a standard Lego base plate. But the widths do vary from set to set. I mean, when I compare it to the Book Cafe was 18 studs wide. So just over half a base plate width, but nowhere near a full base plate width as well. So that's really odd and annoying. And this one is 24 studs wide. I mean, why? Then you're left with 6 studs to play around with, and that isn't much. If you want to add in another little building, it's very narrow. It does give some challenges to work around with. But if we ignore the real estate for a minute and place this against Lego official modulars, how does it look? From a look perspective, design perspective, it does depend on the building you're placing it next to. But there's one important thing that probably will cause a bit of an issue if you do not like reworking. And that is how far the building is starting depth-wise on the base plate. So usually the Lego modular buildings, they start around about the 7th or 8th stud in from the start of the base plate. And that's pretty consistent across all of their buildings, modular building sets. FunWhole though, they start even further, and you're probably looking at around about 11 or 12 studs deep. So then you've got a difference of 4 to 5 studs, and that really shows when you place it against the diner set here, or the Palace Cinema set here, or the police station here. You're gonna have some difference and exposed bricks of the uglier side that usually is hidden when you place it against a building. So that needs some rework, more so probably on the FunWhole set, to bring it in line a little bit better, more so than anything. So it's not quite plug and play. However, the aesthetic, I think, can fit into most Lego City designs. Just like the antique store or the book cafe, it's got that, those sets have got the European culture, and I'm sure a lot of people's Lego City does have a downtown area where you got these kind of hip kind of places like coffee shops, etc. So it will fit in quite nicely to a lot of people's Lego cities. Unlike, the cyberpunk themed apartment set, which is very unique, and unless you have a specifically themed area of your Lego City that is science fiction, it's going to be harder to fit that in comparatively speaking to this skate park. So it's priced at $100 and is discounted already on their website, and I actually picked this up from Amazon UK because we have to pay import duties and customs, so I got it for £67, which I still think is great value. Comparatively speaking to Lego, blows it out the water, right? I mean, it's a fully realized modular printed part like it. £67. Psh, incredible. Comparatively speaking to other non-Lego companies like Fantasy and Carter, it's pretty much on the same level of what you're going to be paying similarly, minus the like it. I mean, the like it gives it the edge. It really does give it the edge a little bit. But for me, it's a huge thumbs up. How it fits into your Lego City, it's not quite plug and play, excuse me. So if you're not comfortable with doing some rework and some additional work to get it into your city, if you've got a city full of Lego modulars, that might be a little bit off-putting. I can see that. But it does work great as a display piece as well, just by itself, in my view. So I'm looking forward now to reworking this a little bit, expanding it, making it fit into the city. I think that's going to be such great fun to do. Till next time, guys, peace and love.